Uh, what's up, YouTube? I've been playing Pressure for a good minute now, and I've been like seeing that like a few of my friends or like people in the Discord are like, how do I deal with some of the angler variants, or how do I beat Ridge? And like I'll go over like literally like everything or most things you'll be like finding in the game. I won't have like clips for some of them, but I'll be going over like literally every monster you'll encounter. The angler is like a really simple mob, but like he can catch people off guard very easily. He's like probably the most common one you'll come in contact with. I'm gonna be so serious. There is many variants of him, but I'll be going over literally all of them. The basic variant is pretty simple. The lights will flicker, or in dark rooms you'll be able to hear him. Like sometimes you won't be able to see the lights flicker, like at Ridge. If you're at Ridge, there is no lights, so you won't be able to tell. But you'll be able to hear his scream like from miles away. The basic angler scream is so loud and he's so slow. What I usually do, I don't get in too early. You can wait until your screen shakes a lot, or his like you'll hear it in his tone when he's really close, and then you can get him there. But he's the basic one. He rushes down the hallway once from either the side that you were coming from, so he'll either come from the door side where you just came in from, or sometimes he'll come in from the door you're trying to go to next. So if you're at door 73 or at door like you're trying to go to door 75, sometimes he'll be coming from door 75 towards you, but most of the time he just comes from behind instead of in front of you. So I mean, just get in a locker. It's the most simple. There's no gimmick behind it. He only comes once. Pinkie is a little bit different. I honestly don't know if it's luck or the mechanic for him is literally he just like there's no indication. I think he's the loudest out of the rest of them, but there is no indication for him. The lights don't flicker or nothing. You only get to hear his screech. So be very, very like listen very closely, because by the time you'll actually be able to hear him, like not faintly, like you'll be able to fully hear him. It's a rare chance there's gonna be a locker nearby, and you're probably gonna get your back blown out. But honestly, another simple variant, you just have to be on your toes and have your ears open. Just don't play music. Like just have if you have a decent headset, you should be okay. He only comes by once as well. Like he only goes once. He doesn't double back or anything. And I don't think he comes from the front. He always comes from like the back side. Yeah, another pretty simple one. It does come at Ridge. Like all the angler variants come at Ridge, by the way. The ChainSmoker variant is probably the one that throws people off a lot, especially if you don't time getting in lockers. You'll get killed if you don't time it. He is the slowest mob in the entire game. You'll know by his cracklish kind of sound. He doesn't have a screech or a scream. It's cracking or like coughing, like distorted coughing or crackling. And he is very slow. When you think he's close, he's not as close. You can see him. I suggest you get in the locker when you see his PNG, like his actual character. Like when you see his body, get in the locker, because he's really slow. Unless you're on like an angle where the locker's right at the doorway or whatever, you can get in a little early. But you can literally see him before you jump in the locker. You'll be okay. He always comes from behind. He can come at Ridge, and the lights flicker when he does come, so you should know when he's coming. Just be on the lookout. Listen for that crackling noise, that crackling, coughing kind of sound. You'll know it's him. Blitz is probably one of the easier ones to do. You know he's coming. I think the lights flicker twice as much, so it'll flicker, and then it'll flicker again. It'll flicker more, and it's a long pause. You won't hear him until he's right there. When you hear him screech, instantly jump in the locker because he's really fast. Just don't. Like, as soon as when you hear Blitz coming, just make sure you get in the locker. The Frogger, probably, bro, I don't know why, but this one is one of the ones that throw people off the most, and like people don't really like after when they don't get his gimmick. He has a more whalish screech, like it's more ghastly. I don't know how to explain it. It sounds like a ghastly screech compared to the it sounds like a ghost screech kind of ish. Like but it has the lights flicker. And he has kind of the same speed as the normal angler. So he'll come by once, but don't get out too early. He goes by once, and then he goes back. But you're not safe. So he goes once, and then goes back. but you're supposed to jump out the locker and wait another time because he comes back a third time and then comes at you again. I don't know. I think he can come back 4 times. I'm not sure. But I know he always like triple backs. He never like double backs. He always triple backs. So he'll go once, he'll go back, and then he'll come back around. So it'll be like he comes forward and then he goes back, jump out the locker, wait until you hear him again. When he comes back, jump in the locker again. And like you should probably never die by him. He's like one of the easiest ones as well as the angler. He just has a small gimmick that newer players get caught off by. Now I think I went over all of the angler variants. Some of them I didn't have footage for it, sorry. But yeah, all of these ones can spawn at Ridge, by the way. So when you're at Ridge, be on the lookout for all the variants of the angler.
Kiss me on my hot mouth.
The wall dweller is really simple to deal with. I'm gonna be so serious. I've heard people like say he's annoying or whatever, but I think he's really simple, to be honest. He's easy too. The wall dwellers you can see their imprint, like there's a shape on the wall out of a person. That's where they usually, like, when you know they're in the room. But most of the times people don't see it. I don't really see it. I've seen it like once or twice. But you'll know you're getting pursued by a wall dweller or a wall dweller is after you when you hear 2 sets of footsteps. You'll hear your footsteps and you'll hear another set of footsteps behind you. Like it may be somebody else walking. The way how to get rid of a wall dweller is to simply just turn around and look at it and it'll run away. If you can't hear footsteps or you have a bad headset, I suggest you turn around progressively every room you walk in and you feel like you might die or you know what I mean, so you don't get caught off guard. And these guys can come in the Sebastian room. You are not safe in that room. They will come in the Sebastian room and they will kill you. I've died to one of them in the Sebastian room. They do spawn at Ridge. They spawn like literally everywhere on the map, in every room. The squiddles, I'm gonna be so serious, I don't think I have to say much for them. The squiddles literally only attack you if you have the light on. Like, they only appear in dark places as well. So like, the angler can spawn them after he runs through a room and all the lights go out. Just turn your light off, or if you have a flashlight, just don't shine it at them. I usually don't have my light on in dark areas. Or to just counter them at all, if you're like dead seriously that blind, you can just get a black light. Like, the black light counters them all in total. Just don't stand too close to them, don't have your light on shining at them or they'll attack you. Or just have a black light. It's that simple. They don't do anything. The good people are also simple, but they throw new players off really quickly. The first time you die by them, you should probably know you should probably never get caught by them again or get hit by them. In every room, just like doors, there's a set of like fake rooms and it'll have like the numbers on them or whatever. Like it'll be the same number of a room, but there'll be like multiple of it. The way to counter this is you walk up a little close, don't get too close or you'll trigger it. And you should hear huffing or loud breathing of like an animalistic like loud breathing or huffing or sounding like something's in there. Now, common sense will tell you don't go in there. The good people are in the rooms that are having huff, like they have the huffing and the breathing. The void mass, bro, I don't even know why I'm going over this, bro. If you see a purple thing in the locker, do not jump in it, please, bro. There's no other like strategy behind it. Pandemonium, I forgot to go over Pandemonium. Pandemonium, the lights will flicker and it'll be a more delayed kind of you know what I mean? It'll be more delayed. He's way slower than all the other angler variants. He's a tad bit slower. You can avoid him all in total by hiding in a side room and staying out of his line of view. Or you can jump in a locker and play the mini game. I'd honestly, if you know he's coming, like you know for sure he's coming, I'd go in a side room if it's possible. But if you have to take the mini game, I don't really know what else to say besides just keep your mouse in the middle. There's not really any strategy to avoid him besides that. That's literally all there is to him. Just keep your mouse in the middle. He does spawn at Ridge as well, by the way. All the angler variants, I classify him as an angler variant, but he's kind of a separate thing. I classify them like all as angler variants because they remind me like the rush variants from Doors, so I kind of just all throw them in together. I think I went over every monster that is common. Like, I know that I missed like the educator and like the really rare mobs, but I mean, I think the multi-monster, the educator, and the death angel are like really rare in themselves. And Mr. Loopy, He doesn't even hurt you. He doesn't attack you. He's just like a badge monster. He's a rare one. That's all I've got, really. If I missed anything, tell me in the comments. If you want me to do badge things or whatever, list it in the comments. I'm welcome to do anything. Alright, well, bye, though.
Fortnite balls.